at? I'm at the rendezvous point. Get here, quick! Up everybody, welcome to another episode of Z-Car Culture. I'm Brian Willis, no relation of Bruce, and
I'm Tino.
And today we got the Renault
Duster.
Renault.
Not Renault.
Okay,
Renault.
no, Renault.
It's French, right?
Renault. Okay, we got the Renault Duster, the 2021 version. This particular model is a 1.5 liter diesel automatic transmission, 4x2. There's also a 1.5 4x4 diesel version, but we got the 4x2. And even though it's a 4x2, it's a very punchy little thing. I mean, it's. I mean, you tell them.
That's got decent torque because you're looking at around 260 Newton meters of torque, and horsepower is about 80 kilowatts or 110 horsepower. So it's decent, and I especially like it as a diesel because you really get that torque down low. So when you're trying to get off the lights, maybe you're at the traffic lights or you're trying to overtake, it's actually quite decent, and I like it. And the key thing to note, Brian, is that this is a budget vehicle, but it doesn't feel like it is.
It doesn't. I mean, I drove it around the track a few times, and it's a very punchy little thing. Each and every time you're like trying to be like, okay, let me slow down. It feels like it's saying, no, give me more, and you end up giving it more, and it does deliver. Very little body roll. It's very sturdy for such a small little thing. And I really love its character. I mean, even the design aesthetic of it all, man. I mean, daylight running LEDs with the C for the signature Renault LED lights. And, for a budget vehicle, it actually is quite technologically advanced, should I say? I mean, it's got four cameras.
Yeah.
It's okay. 4 cameras. One at the front, 2 in the wing mirrors, and 1 at the back, and that assists you with the wing mirrors actually assist you when you're like switching lanes, blind spots and the like. And the back one obviously is for reversing, and they also help with the park assist and stuff.
Yeah, but talking further on the exterior, I think it's quite a handsome looking thing though. Because you've got the chrome elements in the grille, and you've got the massive Renault logo or emblem right in the center there.
Which is soon to be updated, by the way. Well, it actually was updated, but I think it never made it to this model. But it's going to be
good.
It's a nice badge.
And then you look at the side profile. I mean, you've got the wheels. The wheels for me do it for me because you've got 17 inches, and they look really good. They look premium actually.
It's a beautiful car, man. It's a beautiful car, and the back, I like the way they changed the rear lights from the predecessor. This one, it's got a Jeep.
Like a Jeep Renegade-ish type look.
Jeep Renegade.
They're really nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. The little crosshair, little design. It's a very modern looking design for the car.
Definitely. And like what we're saying, for a budget car, I mean, you're getting a lot. I mean, you just talked about the cameras, and then we also want to talk about what's going on inside, and there's quite a lot going on there as well.
The cruise control. Infotainment takes up the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Yeah, so in case you're wondering, guys, because I know everyone has a smartphone, there is an app in your phone called, or depending if you have an Android,
or an Apple,
called Android Auto. If you have a modern car like this, and if you use that app, that's what that app is for, by the way.
It'll integrate with the car system.
Yes, so it integrates with your car system, so you can use the screen as if you're using the phone. So that's the point of that app. So if you want to use that app, get a Renault Duster.
Yep, and it's a touchscreen. I like the way they moved it up a little bit from the previous model, because the previous model was slightly lower down, and you don't really want to take your eyes too far away from from the
road. I
from
think,
the
yeah,
road
that
when
was
you're
one of
driving.
the-
That was a very good design change for me.
Definitely.
Mhm.
It's welcome.
Yeah.
And then what do you think about the seats?
The seats are leather, duh, and they're very comfy. They're quite alright in urban driving, and also long distance. They serve their purpose as car seats. They do their thing, especially for a budget car.
Yeah, they're not that hard, but they're not that soft either. They're just right.
Yeah, and then also I know a lot of you people are probably thinking about things like, you know, fuel economy. This thing is promising around what, 4.5 liters for
per
every 100 kilometers.
That is
That's quite efficient.
impressive, yeah.
That's
It's
quite
very
efficient. That's almost hybrid territory.
Yeah, because it's not exactly a hatchback. This is actually a crossover or slash 4x4 SUV. And to get that sort of fuel economy from such a car, that is impressive. You just have to say it.
I mean, I drive a 4-door saloon and I don't get that much fuel economy. I can't even speak of the numbers my car does. It's embarrassing.
And then the steering, how have you found it so far?
Very responsive, very, very responsive. I mean, if you couple the steering wheel with the throttle response and the torque that this thing has, it's like I said before. You're trying to be like, okay, let me just ease off a little bit, and the thing is just like begging you, no, give me more, give me more. You know, like the Britney Spears song. And you end up giving it more. It handles the corners. You feel confident to take these corners at slightly high speeds. I'm not going to tell the guys at Julie's the speeds I did one of the corners in, because we might not get a car again.
Because
So
I was with you, and yeah, I looking at you funny. I hope you noticed.
I did not notice.
I was mainly focused though on the suspension and how it feels. Like you already said what it's like when you're in the driver's seat, but
Yes.
as a passenger as well, I must say that the ride is actually quite comfortable. It's not too harsh. It's not too soft either. So you'll be leaning back and forth or left and right.
Very little body roll.
Yeah.
You know, each and every time we're talking about this car and how it performs, I have to remind myself it's a budget car, because it feels quite premium for a budget car.
It's definitely a step up from previous models.
Definitely.
From what we've heard, the budget was mainly the focal point of the car.
Yes.
And now with this 2020 version, yes, it's still budget, but then it's got more premium stuff on it. So it doesn't really become budget anymore. It becomes more of just like a...
It's still budget, but it just doesn't feel like a budget
Yeah.
car.
So in case you want to take this on the road, you want to do a little bit of a road trip, post-COVID, of course, decent amount of boot space as well.
Decent amount, about 478 liters of boot space. Although there was a bit of a lip, so you know when you're loading things in, you know, or pulling things out, actually you have to lift them out quite a bit because there's a bit of lip from the boot floor. I mean, also, feel free to always walk into one of the Julie's shops and just be like, hey, look, I'm looking for a car. What do you guys recommend? They'll gladly assist you. I was assisted in the beginning of sort of assisted in the beginning of the show, but it's beautiful service nonetheless.